Welcome to Protech IntelliTrack. In this short video, I'm going to give you a basic overview of the system, what's available, and how it works. So if you're brand new to IntelliTrack, this is where you start. When you first log in, you'll see this dashboard page, and this is like a 30,000 foot overview. You get to see what aprons are available in service, an exception status, and the ones that have been ordered for a total apron count in your system. You also get to see what aprons are coming due over the 30, 60, and 90 days. There are a number of tabs at the top that shares different statistics. You'll see apron counts based on the style of apron, where the departments are located, where these aprons are, and apron status. So you can see ones that are not in service, where are they, deleted, damaged, out for repair, and you can drill down and take a look at those. There's also a watch list, so if there are aprons that you're wanted to keep an eye on before the next inspection, you can add them to a watch list, and that's available to you right out of the gate here at the watch list, so you can drill down and take a look at those. Again, this is the dashboard, the high-level overview of where your aprons are, how many there are, the type they are, the departments they're assigned to, everything you need to know to manage your aprons. And just for your convenience, down here in the next 30 days, you see the aprons coming due for inspections, so that you can get a jump on those and gather them up, get them ready for their inspections. So this is the dashboard. The next section of the software IntelliTrack is the Manage Aprons area, and this is the area where you find an apron and act on it. So that's the basic concept. Find the aprons you're interested in and act on them, whether you're updating information, transferring to the different departments, or maybe it's time to do the annual or biannual inspections. So how do we do that? So we jump into the search field area, and there's really two levels of search here. The basic search on these fields. If there's more nuanced detail information that you want to search on, you click on the advanced checkbox, and that expands out to more fields that are available for the searching. Once you pick those criteria, in fact you could pick none of the criteria, just pick search, and that returns what we call a grid view at the bottom, which is all the aprons in the system, or all the aprons that match that criteria. Now I can drill down on these particular aprons. Let's do one in this case, and here's where I see the overview of the apron details. Just basic information about the status, the assignment, the nature of that apron, the history, and at the bottom you'll see the notes section. Give you a chance to make little notes about that specific apron, and then its inspection history. If you're interested in making a change to this information, click on Edit Apron, and the fields that make sense become editable. Take a look at those. If it's time for an inspection for a single apron, you click on Add Inspection, and here's the information you would expect: the date of inspection, the status, the condition, information from the fluoro, and any notes that you want to put in there, and you click on Add Inspection, and that adds a record. You can also add notes. There's some other tabs here with additional functionality, but this is just the basic overview. So this is how you interact with a single apron in the apron overview section. Back to the Manage Aprons. If you want to act on more than one apron at a time, we have what we call the group list. So you build this list of aprons by using the search function. You might search for cardiac cath labs first, and the results field would show everything that meets that criteria. You could check one or more of the items in that list and simply add them to the group. You can add those three, come back here, and you could just reset the whole search field. Maybe you want to pick a different department, portables. Click on search, one apron there. Maybe you want to click on that and add it to the group also. And when you're done, just jump over here to the apron group section, and I've already got set up 8 aprons over here. And I can act on these as an entire group or one or two at a time. Two areas of actions, group updates. If I simply want to move a group of aprons to a different department, I could select several of these aprons, say temporarily I'm going to move them to a different department. So I'm just going to go up here and assign them to, say, the radiology department. And I hit update group, and now those aprons have been reassigned in the database. Another area is the inspections. When it's time to do your inspections, you floor them, take your notes, or type right into the computer as you wish. You simply bring up that group of aprons that you're working on, pick the ones that have the say pass information. They're all the same update. I'd come in here, say they're in service, they pass their inspection, the life condition is excellent for both, who's doing the work, when the next inspection is due, and I might put an additional note, just say they look great. I click on add group inspection, and then those notes are added to that whole set of aprons, all the aprons in the group list. As I finish with those, I can actually remove the ones that are checked and narrow down that list and just keep operating on until that group is finished. So there's a lot of power and flexibility in how you add information for either the group updates or when it comes time to do the inspections. Very powerful. There are a number of other capabilities in the system. For the area reports, there's a couple ways to get there. There are two types of reports. The apron details, so all information about a specific apron, and lists of aprons, so one line for every apron that you're interested in. So one way to get there is on the search aprons page. You simply search for all the aprons you're interested in, either using the criteria or list all for all of them. And when you find the ones you want, you can either select them with checkboxes or select them all, and then use these icons up here to print a detail of each apron or a list of all those aprons. So a couple ways to do that. And within the reporting tool itself, there's ways to sort and group the results. Very powerful. And there's also a reports page here. If you want to use the built-in reports, you can simply click on one of these items and we'll do the apron list, one line per apron with the information, and then sort it based on these criteria in the list. Lots of ways to do reports. If you want to talk about managing tags, the retrofit process, how does that work? Well, you'll scan in a bunch of smart tags, and we'll see I've got a handful scanned in right here, and then I've got to assign those to aprons that don't have tags. So I'll build a group of aprons that don't already have a smart tag assigned to them. Here I've already done that. There's 7 that don't have a smart tag assigned to them. So you simply go to the drop down box and pick the scanned in tags. Just run through this list, associate them as they're on the apron, and then when you're done, you'll click assign tag IDs, and you'll have made that association to connect the smart tag on the apron with the actual apron data in the database of IntelliTrack. Very simple. This is the support page in IntelliTrack. This has a tremendous amount of information that helps you get up to speed, or new people get up to speed, on how the software works. So we have the support first tab that describes how the support is handled and the escalation of issues, and then the training tab, which talks about the guidelines, how to train people with IntelliTrack, the goals and how you know you met those goals, and then we move right on into the roadmap as how to accomplish those goals. It has some basic information to the answers you should be able to have to questions about IntelliTrack, and then for each section of the training goals there is a reference to a video that describes and shows you how to accomplish that particular goal. So very much self-training. It's very simple and straightforward. A lot of times you end up here simply in the training videos, and all the videos are here for each section of IntelliTrack, how you do it, what it looks like, the fastest way to get you up to speed. As you need more information, you go to the concepts, frequently asked questions tab, field definitions, apron operations, and so on. There's much more detailed information to answer questions about how you do things, what's best practice, and what to expect. So everything you need here in the support tab is very powerful. The last thing you won't see here in just the average user's logon, there's an admin tab up here for facility administrators, and allows them to do such things as manage users and manage activities and delete aprons. There's a number of high-level functions that only certain people will have access to. But this is a basic overview of IntelliTrack. It's a high-level dashboard that allows you to manage and see your aprons and where they are and who they're assigned to, and then dive into manage aprons where you can search and act on aprons. So that's it for the short overview. Thanks for your time, and we'll see you in the next video.